Hi everyone, this is Shreen Purewal with the BC Home Group. Always on the go, always trying to keep everyone informed on the real estate market here in Victoria. We're in December now. Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy festive season. And I was hoping inflation would become deflation by now so that we could have some cheaper Christmas shopping, but it ain't happening. But on homes, on the other hand, we are definitely seeing prices starting to cool down, guys. It's here. It's officially here. Recession, they're saying it's coming. It's here. Listen, they just announced the interest rate hike, and even people with money are like, yee, 50 basis points. I'm feeling it now. So one guy I was talking to yesterday, and he does well, and he's like really like one of those conscious saving guys who manages money very well. He says even my mortgage jumped from $5,000 to $9,000. $5,000 to $9,000. He was complaining. So guys, the pinch is real. People are starting to feel it. Negotiation is real. Like if you guys go look at my stats, sold 2 properties in the last 2 weeks, both of them over 100,000 below asking. And one of them, I was like telling my buyer, I was like, yay, this is a lot, but I'm the messenger. You tell me, I write it. And we got it. So, and it was much more than that, but I try to keep it a bit anonymous so that clients don't feel like they've been pointed out of my listings and sales. So anyways, yeah, we did really well on that negotiation, I'll tell you that. But back to my point of the market is it's cooling down. Interest rates are going up. What do I see happening? What I see happening right now is buyers, wherever you've been hiding, those ones who've been talking about that bubble, the real estate bubble, you know, it just can't keep going up. It just can't keep going. I remember having so many of those conversations with people of like, when will it end? And I would always be like, you know, it has to end because this is just crazy. Well, dear friends, it's here now. It is here now. And so, lucky for those buyers who were patient enough. And, you know, some try to time the market. You know, some bought, like one of the listings I was just at now here. Yeah, one of the listings, someone bought a place for around 1.1, put like 400 into it. We're hoping to do a flip. It a beautiful ocean view, wonderful property, but they missed the market. They didn't time it right. And now they're sitting on it, and they're dropping it below even what they cost to renovate all in for them. What I would do is I would rent it until the market comes back. But some, I guess, with high mortgages right now, I don't know how you finance the project. If it's mortgage, I get it, where you're like, let me just cut my losses and get out of this, versus trying to rent it and still not make it and deal with headache of a tenant. You know, let me just clear it and move off of it. So it's interesting times for sure. Yeah, I just think right now, guys, buyers, it's buyer's market. What we're seeing is the US dollar strong. So Americans still are like rushing to buy here before the December deadline. So what's happening with that whole foreign buyer tax and whatnot? As long you can close next year. So one of my clients was a foreign buyer. We ended up putting an offer in. We removed conditions. The deal's gone solid, but they're closing next year. As long as your deal goes solid before December 31st, you can buy. And in the Cowichan area, there is no 20% tax. So you Americans, you guys all over anywhere in the world that are not Canadian, you can still buy before December 31st and not pay any tax as a foreigner in certain areas. Talk to me, call me on the number below, let's talk about it. And you can close next year, but as long as and the prices now are still like negotiable down. So that one client of mine who negotiated a crazy price for himself was so happy. He's like, man, I couldn't even build it for this much on a land with no tax. So he got a crazy deal. We signed off on it. He's coming back next year. He'll close on it. we can make it a win-win situation. You just have to tell me what your situation is what it comes down to, okay? So, dear friends, for the foreigners out there, that's my update to you. We can still close the deal with no foreign buyer tax in certain areas here before December 31st. For those who are buyers, and we're talking about the bubble is here. I feel it's somewhat semi-burst already. I don't know how low is low, but I feel like, wow, you can really negotiate now with all these interest rate hikes that are happening. Get in now as a buyer. I do think the market here is solid. For you guys who bought with me last year during the peak, don't worry. If you're 10-year long term, it's going to come back up. And if you're in a good location, don't even worry at all. Okay, so for you guys out there, rest assured you're okay as long as you're long term and there's no emergency. You don't have to sell right now. Hold on. For those of you who want to get in now is my 2 cents, because I'm seeing really good stuff happening now negotiation wise for buyers. And then for sellers, if you can hold on and rent. If you do want to sell, or you bought it 20 years ago and you're still ahead, sell. Or if you bought it during the peak and you want to flip, I would say rent. And then for you guys who want to do pre-sales, I think right now is not the pre-sale market. Unless it's a great deal, stay away from pre-sales. Let's wait for those assignments. When the developer, those guys can't close, we'll pick up some cheap assignments. That's what we could do. And the other option we have as well is buying an older unit in a fantastic location and pick up a condo. Now, on the condo update, you guys heard the strata laws have now been changed. Yes. So we need to know more about that. Okay, you need to be aware that those who already own currently in buildings with laws that are 55 plus, they get grandfathered in. So they still can't take advantage of that. They can't, they still have rental restrictions. But if you, after November, buy into a condo building with a 55 plus age restriction, that age restriction's removed. You can buy into those buildings. There's some around University of Victoria that we couldn't touch. Those are good ones to buy. Near UVic always rents because it's near the university and they do well. Talk to me more about other good locations where you guys can get in at a good price now. And I'm telling you, those areas are recession proof because UVic always will have university students. It's a good university. And you'll always be able to rent. Let's talk about those opportunities, guys. Real estate is all about timing the market, location, and finding those opportunities, okay? Sorry, my camera is acting a bit funny. I'm trying to drive. Thank God it's a Tesla and it auto-corrects my driving all the time. But anyways, back to my video here. I think I'm giving you guys really good information, lots of good updates. Like and follow to get more updates and more information. And also, please ask me your questions. I like to keep you guys updated on what's happening on the market. What am I hearing? What's going on? And what are my favorite places to invest in? I share that with people. At the peak, I love Maple Bay, and even now I love Maple Bay. For those, again, it depends on your situation. Based on what your situation is, call me a matchmaker, okay? But basically, based on what your situation is, I match you with the right place and right location. But I have to speed date you a bit and realize, okay, this is who you're looking for. All right, I got the right match for you. And then we get to know that by talking and knowing each other better. But it's a bit of an art to know you and to know where to put you. But again, also, some of you don't need to be told where to be put, and you know where you want to be. Anyways, guys, I'm getting another incoming call. Got to run. Have a wonderful day, and we'll chat soon. Cheers, guys.